changes with the secondary for Chuck Pagano's Colts. Greg Toller, Darius Butler, two of the top three corners, are out because of injury. Butler hurt last week against Buffalo. And DeJohn Smith, who is a rookie third rounder, is on IR, and he can return later in the year. But they're down corners 2, 3, and 4. So even though they get Mathis back for the first time in over a year, a very emotional return for him, they're going to have their hands full with Brandon Marshall and the Jets offense, which will be on the field first. Indianapolis won the toss, deferred to the second half. So Pat McAfee, who led the NFL in touchbacks last year, will get things started. Colts trying to avoid another 0-2 start. Jets trying to open up the Todd Bowles era, their new head coach at 2-0. Off we go from Indianapolis. And as per usual, it's a no-return McAfee kickoff through the uprights, in fact. And Ryan Fitzmagic will start from the 20-yard line. 32 years old, from Harvard. Been around the league for a long time. Been a lot of places, too. As a matter of fact, 4 different teams the last 4 years. But you look down at those numbers, at 34, 55, and 1 record. John, you get the sense this is a great fit for Ryan Fitzpatrick.
It's the best team he's been the quarterback of, Mike. They have a veteran offensive line. He's been with Chan Gailey from his days in Buffalo. He's not a novice executing this system.
On first down, first throw. It's complete to Eric Decker. Gain of a dozen is he's taken to the sideline by Eric Walden in front of Fitzpatrick. Real solid. Ferguson, the left tackle, Mangold, they came in the same draft, been there for a decade. Those other 3 players have won world championships at their previous stops. Handling the ball, Decker just caught one. Brandon Marshall comes over in the trade from Chicago. Chris Ivory, powerful, punishing runner, shares the running duties with Bilal Powell. 12 on the first one, Ivory on the second one. And around the edge for Ivory for about 3 or 4 yards. We have a penalty flag thrown on the play, and it's the first Monday night game, second game overall for John Hussey as a referee. He was a line judge in the league for 13 years. Worked the Tennessee-Tampa game in week 1. And he wears the white hat here tonight.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both by the same team. Illegal hands to the face, defense. That penalty is declined. Unnecessary roughness, number 33, defense. That penalty is enforced, 15 yards, automatic first down.
That's the ex-Jet Dwight Lowry that is going to allow New York to move the ball close to midfield in 2 snaps.
Take a look at Lowry, 33. I think it's a good call, Mike. This Indianapolis defense has got to get off the field. Struggled last week, struggled the last 2 timeouts. If you go back to their playoff loss to the Patriots, they have not been able to stop the run, and they don't want to get into that business tonight against Chris Ivory because he'll run it right down your throat.
In Colt territory from the 49, Fitzpatrick will throw it complete to his receiver, Chris Owusu. Flag down as he is stopped inside the 45. It's a gain of 5 if it holds. 3 plays, 2 flags.
Pass interference, offense number 87. 10-yard penalty, remains first down.
They're all over that of late. We saw that a lot in our game with Philly and Atlanta last week.
These are running plays with built-in quick screens. If the box count is heavy, they can throw the ball out there. Good call, Eric Decker blocking before the ball is out. I'd like to see all those passes eliminated, Mike. If you want to throw it, drop back and throw it.
You're not a big fan of the bubble screen era.
I was 4 years ago, but I'm tired of seeing those.
So it makes it 1st and 20. Chris Ivory, the running back, splits to the top. It's an empty backfield for Fitzpatrick. His pass is complete to Brandon Marshall, who's tackled by Vontae Davis. We'll see those 2 head-to-head a whole bunch tonight. I want to show you the rest of Davis's teammates. 2 rookies, a 3rd and a 5th rounder out of Stanford up front. Rookie defensive front. odd for a team with championship aspirations. DeQuell Jackson and Jarrell Freeman in the middle. Trent Cole came over in free agency from the Eagles. I talked about the injuries in the secondary at the top, so that brings Jalil Brown on the left of your screen to a starting role for the third time in his NFL career, his first start since he was a Chief in 2012. Second and 15, Powell is the back, he's into block, and the pass is complete to Decker, and he gets a whole bunch of the penalty yardage back. Jets are going to have third and a long yard coming up.
I like Bilal Powell. He sees the blitz, he comes across the formation in this shotgun formation, picks it up, and Fitzpatrick is on the money again. Third down is short. Keep an eye on Brandon Marshall. You're going to see a lot of one-on-one isolations against Vontae Davis, the star corner of the Colts. They had their battles in Miami. Here they go at it at the bottom of the screen.
Third and one, the fullback Bohannon leads. Ivory does not get there. Henry Anderson, who had an outstanding game in his NFL debut, the third-round rookie out of Stanford, good start to game two.
Henry Anderson, not often you see two rookies starting this early in the season. You'd figure those two men went to Stanford, Mike. They know how to play the game. They were trained in the 3-4 multiple front. They've been quick studies and quick contributors. Great play by Anderson.
Big stop for the Colts defense. Jets were rolling early, despite being 4th and 3 at the Colts 42. Ryan Quigley comes in to try to kill it inside the 10. Griff Whalen back deep, catches it right at the 10. 32-yard punt on net. And the Colts and Andrew Luck will take over when you come back. City, a great monument, all scrubbed and looking beautiful. A great day and night in Indy. Our coverage from Spider Cam is brought to you by DirecTV. See the names in the Colts Ring of Honor. The name of Jeff Saturday is covered up for now. It'll go up there right after Marshall Faulk and be unveiled at halftime. Our ESPN colleague, great center for Peyton Manning in those many Colts games to be honored later. First play for Andrew Luck is a throw, and it's incomplete. Intended for T.Y. Hilton. Quentin Coples was pressuring the Colts quarterback. So here's Andrew Luck. Every game a Colt, he started the #1 overall pick. Been to the Pro Bowl each of his first 3 seasons. Career start number 50 here tonight.
He does it all, Mike. He's been hit too much. They got to run the ball and get some balance in this offense, or they're in trouble.
Second down from the 11. Here goes Frank Gore. Hey, first down to the 23-yard line, but there is a flag down where the hole opened up for the former 49er.
Holding, offense, number 83. Half the distance to the goal, second down.
It's Dwayne Allen, the tight end. Let's show you the Colts. The guys blocking up front. Anthony Costanzo, the left tackle, has been the constant. The other 4 have changed a lot in Luck's 3 years, including Harriman, just in from Philadelphia as a free agent signee. Allen and Fleener both caught 8 touchdowns. Gore will handle the running. T.Y. Hilton hurt his knee in Buffalo. Concerned if he was going to play. Practice Saturday, he makes it. It is strange to see Andre Johnson not in a Texans uniform. He trades shades of blue and is now with the Colts.
Penalties hurt Indianapolis last week in the first drive of the game. That's a big one backed up.
So it's 2nd and 14 on half the distance. Right back to Gore. He'll get about 2 or 3. Demario Davis out of that linebacker spot for the Jets with a stop.
These are the situations that head coach Todd Bowles lives for. Famous for blitzing 5 or more on 3rd and long in Arizona. He has the horses to do it here with the Jets. They've also got 2 outstanding linebackers, Mike, that never leave the field. Bowles didn't have these 2 linebackers in Arizona, but David Harris, 52, and 56, Demario Williams will not come off the field ever.
It's 3rd and 11. It's a free play for Luck, and it's complete for a gain of 4. Andre Johnson thrown out of bounds, and the official on that side throws his hat. That means it's a penalty, add on 15. for the late hit by Buster Screen, the nickel. He throws his hat because he had already thrown his flag to call the first penalty.
This Andrew Luck's hard count. Leonard Williams should know better, having seen him at Stanford, but when you least expect it, Andrew Luck rocks you with a hard count.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both by the same team. Offside, nose guard. That penalty is declined. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 41. That penalty enforced 15 yards, automatic, first down.
So that's a big one. Keep the penalty because of it. Andre Johnson, the catch. Screen hung on too long. Once he got to the white, he threw him down. They tack on the 15 on the Jets free agent signee. A terrific nickel corner. A lot of folks wanted him because he's so good at that specific spot.
56. Second. 170. What's that?
So from the 29, Luck goes to Gore, goes left, and there's Gore for the first down. To the 40-yard line, gain of 11, yet another flag is down.
This is getting ridiculous.
Holding, offense number 74. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Left tackle Anthony Costanzo.
Second time at the point of attack, we have holding. Left tackle 74, Costanzo. I'll let these guys play a little bit.
Let's see, we've had 9 plays. I think we've had 5 flags thrown. A couple with multiple fouls. The Gore comes out from it. Josh Robinson, rookie out of Mississippi State, is it.
170. What's that?
From the 19, here goes the rookie out of the SEC. Only gained 2 yards. That's Muhammad Wilkerson. Gets first-round pick in 2011. Who made that tackle. Forms a good group up front. Wilkerson's 25. Damon Harrison, 26. Leonard Williams, the rookie, 6th overall pick out of USC. They're good up front. John told you about Davis and Harris, the linebackers who are constants. And in the secondary, the suspended free agency to go get Antonio Cromartie on one corner, Revis on the other. Bring in Gilchrist from San Diego and Buster Screen, the nickel, when he's in there as well.
Stop, Mike's 56. Mike's 56, second. We're at 70.
It is 2nd and 8. The Jets bring that pressure. Luck feels it, throws it. It's deflected and intercepted into the hands of Calvin Pryor. Pryor's inside the 10 of the Jets. Will have first and goal.
Turnovers. The New York Jets rarely got a turnover last year, Mike. That's number 6 in just the 2nd game of the season for Todd Bowles' Jets. It's going to be a blitz with the single slot at the top of the screen. The Jets stay in a 4-across zone trap defense. Tip ball in the middle of the field, and off goes Calvin Pryor. Pressure and muddy coverages confuse the best quarterbacks. That's why Todd Bowles is the head man of the New York Jets. Turnovers have been a huge winning edge for the Jets, something they did not get last year, Mike.
Andre Johnson's hand on it. You see Luck read his lips. My fault. 29 yards on the interception return for Pryor. Great chance for the Jets to get an early lead. Slant. Decker broke it up at the last second. They scored on one of those slants to Decker last week against Cleveland. I believe Vontae Davis got a finger on it.
Decker had 24 touchdowns in his last 2 years as a Denver Bronco. Likes this new system. They give the quarterback some one-on-one hand signal opportunities. That time, Vontae Davis makes a great play.
John, you mentioned the takeaways. The Jets struggled in that department the last 2 years. Only 28. 5 last week. 1 here in the first quarter. Trying to bank it with a touchdown. Ivory is stopped as this Colts defense stands up a bit to quell Jackson, the tackle. Will have 3rd and goal.
The New York Jets on 3rd down love no-back formations. Almost 80% of the time, the Jets use a no-back operation on 3rd down. Let's see if the Colts come after that formation should they get it. Mathis has just checked into the game, Mike.
First time, John. Nickel situation, probably how we'll see him used tonight. Third and goal. Fitzpatrick. Pressure. Fires from Marshall. Davis all over him. And the flag is down. So that star battle between those two men that we talked about on that first drive.
Before the pass, holding, defense number 21, 5-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
Seen there and flagged as Davis was in trouble.
This is where you like a big back like Chris Ivory. On an early down, he sets up such a nasty play-action opportunity. And if you crowd the box, you have Marshall one-on-one at the top of the screen, and you have the veteran Decker at the bottom. Dealer's choice for Ryan Fitzpatrick.
First and goal, Ivory. Stop, Colts D-line. John playing much better in the early snaps here than they did in the game in Buffalo last week.
I think they got the message from defensive coordinator Greg Minuski, rookie David Perry out of Stanford working against Nick Mangold. When you can beat Nick Mangold, you deserve to be the starter in the National Football League. Good work by the 5th round pick out of Stanford.
Second and goal. Fitzpatrick. Decker underneath for the touchdown.
This is a veteran offensive football team at every position. They know how to play, and they know how to play together. That time Decker comes in short motion and beats Vontae Davis across the formation. Decker's proved he can play with Tim Tebow, Peyton Manning. He can play in any offense, especially good in red zone situations.
6'3", so good there, working inside. Saw 16 snaps in the slot. That big body creating good angles. Already more extra points missed in the NFL this year than there were all of last year. It's been pushed back, as you know. 33-yard try is knocked through by Nick Folk. For the Colts' first drive, Andrew Luck felt some pressure. The tip by Andre Johnson. The pick by Calvin Pryor. Then Fitzgerald to Decker. 7-0 New York. Chuck Pagano made his name in this league as a secondary coach. Matter of fact, he and Todd Bowles were both secondary coaches together in Cleveland over a decade ago. So the head coach is over there with his DBs, knowing he's got a lot of young defensive backs tonight. And Vontae Davis, the veteran. So they're working on what Fitzpatrick and the Jets have up their sleeve after a very opportunistic short drive caused by the turnover. Jets 7-0. Folk with a high kickoff. It'll be Tyler Varga, the rookie out of Yale, on the return. And the Canadian-born Yaley takes it to the 24-yard line. So Andrew Luck and the Colts get swing number 2 at it. First one didn't work so well. The screen blitz off the corner got to him, and he threw a pick. John, at the beginning we talked about the similarity in opponents. Buffalo, Rex Ryan brings pressure, and Andrew Luck and his team didn't do too well against that up in Orchard Park. Poor start with the interception against pressure here tonight. This drive, their second, starts at the 24. Gore ran into his tight end cleaner, bounced off him, runs through a few Jets, and is very close to the first down.
That's the third really good run by Gore. But take a look at the blitz, Mike. It's going to be a cross-dog blitz by the linebackers. They bring a slot corner and drop a defensive tackle. They create confusion. When they blitz, it's not always man-to-man. Sometimes it's a zone blitz. Sometimes they come from the field. Sometimes it's from the boundary. You name it, Bowles has it.
Play action for Luck, second and short. Throw across the middle is complete. There goes Dante Moncrief to the Jets 36. First down and a gain of 31.
You get a good run by Frank Gore, and it gives you the play-action pass. And that's the biggest concern Todd Bowles had, was the shot plays. Play-action pass, deep square in at the top of the screen. Cromartie's late to line up. and he's beaten badly. We got to keep an eye on Cromartie, who left last week with a bad knee, Mike. Didn't look good there.
They feared that it was an ACL early on. Very happy to find out it was a sprain. He returned to practice late this week in New Jersey. And in action tonight. Extra day didn't hurt his recovery. Gore up the middle. Frank Gore takes it inside the red zone.
I love what Indianapolis is doing. Excuse me, Mike. We talked about that jam front. They cover the center and both guards. Watch the scheme. They're going to pull the onside guard, and they have the right play called. Look at that kick-out block and a beautiful read by Frank Gore, who's had 4 terrific runs.
Kill! Angle! 170!
On first down, they go to Josh Robinson, giving Gore a break. And Robinson, the rookie running back, finishes the run, a gain of 8 down to the 11-yard line.
Offensive coordinator Pep Hamilton showing a lot of strange formations. This is an unbalanced line. They're going to pull the offside guard, Todd Harrimans, and Josh Robinson bounces it to the outside, well-blocked play.
Suck out! Put on! Let it roll! Red 80!
Extra big bodies in there again. 2nd and 2. Luck towards the end zone. Incomplete. Trying to get it to the tackle-eligible Joe Wrights at work Saturday in practice. Almost worked here tonight.
I think Andrew Luck put that play in for me, Mike. A reverse pivot, spider 2Y banana to an offensive tackle. Are you kidding me? It's an unbalanced line, and Andrew Luck was hoping to catch the Jets asleep. Haven't seen a spider 2Y banana to a tackle.
Tyler Varga comes in the backfield, and the Jets take time out. Here with 4:12 to go. John, it's early. It's an important drive for Indianapolis just to get settled in here, because I think all these players are asking questions of themselves. That Buffalo team hit them hard and kind of took a little bit of the wind out of their sails. And I was talking to Dwayne Allen, the tight end for the Colts today. He said, we need to come out different. We watched the tape. That wasn't the team that we worked with all training camp. They didn't recognize the group they saw on film.
Well, Andrew Luck's getting in his huddle, Mike, and there's some new players at key positions. Andre Johnson has got to make himself a household name here in Indianapolis. It's hard. He feels the pressure to deliver right away. Same with Frank Gore. Right guard Todd Harrimans came over from Philadelphia. Let's see what Andrew Luck does with his hand signals and his snap count on 3rd down.
Varga remains the back. Chess game is done. Real game begins. It's Luck. It's end zone for T.Y. Hilton. Terrell Revis on the island with the coverage. No flag and a field goal attempt coming.
I love this. It's a hand signal, Andrew Luck. It's a slot combination. He sees the blitz coming. He changes the route. He has his 2 best receivers, Andre Johnson and T.Y. Hilton. Problem is they're working against one of the great ones I've seen, Terrell Revis. Nice work.
That's what you previewed for us earlier with all the hand signals that these guys do from quarterback to receiver. One of the best all-time kickers, Adam Vinatieri from 29. Off the upright, no good. So Vinatieri, who did not score last week, they went for 2, the 1 touchdown they scored. Didn't kick an extra point, missed the field goal attempt from 52. Here in the Dome, these are usually money in the bank. The bank's closed. Boy, it's rare. Adam Vinatieri missed 1 field goal all of last year. That was the last week of the season in Tennessee. He's missed his first 2 this year. And to miss from inside of 30, you have to go back to the 2007 season, the last time Adam Vinatieri missed a field goal inside of 30 yards. So the Jets take over at the 20-yard line with Fitzpatrick in their 3rd drive. Off the hands of Decker and incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. John, you mentioned Chan Gailey earlier. Multiple times a head coach in the National Football League with Dallas and with Buffalo. And they're in Buffalo. His quarterback was Ryan Fitzpatrick, and now they're reunited.
I don't think a lot of people know how much they got done. Fitzpatrick threw for over 3,000 yards all 3 seasons, 23 or more touchdowns all 3 years. But he's got a much better supporting cast and offensive line. I expect him to play better here than he did with the Bills.
Blitz coming. Jordan Werner chasing Fitzpatrick. He's taking off and gets tripped up with a loss of a couple of yards. Henry Anderson will get credit for that sack. First for the rookie.
Jordan Werner, former first-round pick. Been disappointing. Here comes the big boys. Here comes Robert Mathis. 3rd down and 11. Let's see if he has that patented get-off. 111 career sacks. He needs 1 to bypass his old teammate Dwight Freeney. Love to see him get it tonight on Monday Night Football.
4-game suspension, then injured his Achilles, as Lisa told you at the beginning. It's why he missed the rest of last year. Didn't play week 1 in Buffalo. Seeing spot duty here tonight in these pass rush situations. Spins and puts the pressure on Fitzpatrick, and that pass is incomplete. Mathis didn't get the sack, but the pressure came inside and forced it out early. Trent Cole coming in as well.
Well, Mathis comes back. He's got the spin move against the Brickashaw Ferguson. Hard man to beat. Mathis can beat you with speed. He sets up that speed move. Here's Quigley.
Kick away from Ryan Quigley. It's 41 yards, and Griff Whalen get a fair catch it at the 40-yard line. So Andrew Luck back on the field. Slow starts for the Colts quarterback tonight. $7-0 Jets lead here in Indianapolis. The home of Andrew Luck, was the home of Peyton Manning. This is Luck's 50th start. Most touchdown passes through 50 games. Marino, Warner, Manning, Johnny Unitas back in that era where they didn't throw that much. Such how good he was. Carson Palmer. Andrew Luck, his meter is on 88 touchdowns as he plays his 50th here tonight. So we'll see if Luck can have a big night and get to the same point where Manning and Unitas were. 2 all-time Colts quarterbacks.
170! What's that?
This drive starts the 41. Josh Robinson takes it, runs it left, and he'll be stopped by that Jets defensive line.
Well, you see what Andrew Luck did there. He saw the weak safety come down. He killed that weak running play to a strong running play, and once again the Jets rejected. New York has outstanding run defenders. Important that Indianapolis is persistent with their running game.
70!
On 2nd and 10, Luck taken off the spot, and out of the backfield, Robinson thrown down by David Harris, minimizing the gain. Those are the 2 linebackers, Harris and Davis, that John always points to when we watch the Jets defense.
Well, Harris seems to lead the Jets in tackles every year. He's comfortable in any situation against the run or the pass. Here he is covering the rookie right out of the backfield. One heck of a player, David Harris. Good to see him re-signed as a Jet.
All but that 1 year where he missed 5 games with an ankle injury. He's been their top tackler. This is 3rd and 9. Here comes the pressure from the Jets. Luck hangs in, puts it up top, and it is nearly intercepted by Marcus Gilchrist. So the Jets pressure. The Colts yet to find a way to handle it.
Well, it's DeMario Davis. It's these 2 linebackers that are wreaking havoc on the Colts tonight. He's unaccounted for. I think Josh Robinson blew a pickup. I'm surprised Frank Gore is not in the game. But Robinson blew that pickup, and here's Curley.
Pat McAfee, one of the top punters in the league. You saw him change direction there to try to give the return man a bad look to which direction the kick's going to go. Fair caught by Curley at the 6-yard line. Good job by a great kicker, McAfee. Well, our Monday Night Lights, every time we go to a town, want to shine the spotlight on a great high school football program. Cardinal Ritter here in Indianapolis, a couple of state championships to their name. Coach Ty Hunt, team's made it to the state championship 4 times in the last decade. The 15 seniors in that team that are here tonight get a chance to get on the field before the game, part of our Monday Night Countdown show as they did a demonstration. Saw one of their selfies there as they got to see the best in the business, the guys they aspire to be like someday. Great to go to each city and work with the NFL and the home teams to celebrate high school football. And great part of Americana. Cardinal Ritter, we salute you tonight. Ivory on the carry. Gets it to the 13-yard line.
I love it, Mike. You keep the game strong by supporting the young players and the coaches that coach them. Great to see them out here tonight. You get a chance, go watch a high school game, support youth sports across the country. I love that.
Nothing like a Friday night, go to a high school game.
Nothing like it. Start your weekend off right.
Sure. Minute left here in this first quarter. The Jets trying to get to 2-0. Leading the Colts 7-0. Ivory goes straight ahead. He's a battering ram of a back. Gains 3 yards and sets up 3rd and short for New York.
And Kellen Davis, you never know who's going to block the backside. Kellen Davis comes across the formation, then he comes back and blocks the backside. Chan Gailey has a lot of bells and whistles in this offense, how he blocks the backside. 3rd down and short, man-to-man situation. Brandon Marshall, bottom of the screen against Vontae Davis. Going to be the matchup for the night.
This is what you said, 3 receivers to one side, the top, and Marshall against Davis down here. Will Fitzpatrick work this side? Looks that way, goes that way, and got Marshall for a 1st down and more. And there goes Brandon Marshall. Great run after the catch into Colts territory. Down to the 42-yard line.
Well, Vontae Davis playing zone coverage. Jumped into the flat. And a good heads-up play by Brandon Marshall adjusting his route.
42-yarder to end the quarter. Jets on the move and on top. 7-0. Well, it's a good start to the season so far for this Jets offense. 38 points. Their first 5 quarters, they lead 7-0. Second quarter begins here in Indy. Mike Tirico, John Gruden, Lisa Salters with you from Lucas Oil Stadium. First down, play action for Fitzpatrick. Thought about pitching it, decides to slide. Gets to the 36. Let's check in with Lisa Salters.
Well, Mike, John was talking about the matchup of the night. Brandon Marshall and Vontae Davis. The two know each other very well. They were teammates with the Dolphins for 2 seasons earlier in their careers. So as Davis told us, they had a lot of practice battles in Miami. We asked Marshall what he expected. A lot of what we're already seeing. He said it's going to be very chippy between the two. He said Davis is probably going to push me in the back a couple times, talk some trash, go a little extra after the whistle. He said, I'm just going to try to ignore him, Mike, and walk back to the huddle.
Easy to say. Brandon's been better at that. There's a flag here. They'll pull the plug on 2nd and 4.
False start. Offense number 47. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Jets, Kellen Davis, their tight end.
Kellen Davis probably wondering, what am I doing lined up as a wide receiver? Davis hasn't caught many passes in the last 2 or 3 years. Clearly he was a decoy there and probably over there asking the coach, don't put me out there again.
It's been his first 5 years in Chicago. Was with Seattle in 2013. Last year didn't catch a ball in his 6 games with the Lions.
Yeah, you're with them.
This is 2nd and 9 for Fitzpatrick. Crossing underneath, the pass was incomplete. Intended for Quincy Enunwa, the first-year player out of Nebraska, who can give the Jets a lot of different looks when he plays in this offense.
Nobody knows what Enunwa is. Is he a tight end? Is he a wide receiver? You'll see him block on counter plays. He has the ability to run down the field. And on 3rd down and 9, important that Indianapolis finds their pass rush.
Robert Mathis back in at right end, 98. Colts showing pressure up the middle. Fitzpatrick, long shot downfield, lots of blue shirts. Well covered by the Colts. It was intended for Chris Owusu. And on 4th down, the Jets will punt the ball again.
Well, here comes those linebackers right up the middle. You're going to see Bilal Powell step up nicely. But the coverage down the field is very good. You see it's zone coverage, Mike. A lot of people think every time you blitz, you play man-to-man. Not so with Greg Minuski and Todd Bowles. You'll see a lot of pressure with zone coverage behind it.
Quigley for the third time tonight. End-over-end kick. Will be down to really just go out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Whalen chose not to catch it. And terrific job by Quigley, pinning Andrew Luck. And the Colts back deep. I don't know if you remember the library name at Dayton, but I remember Bird Library at Syracuse. It was quiet. It's quiet in this stadium when Andrew Luck is on the field. That's great because he has one of the best hard counts, and we can all listen in to why he's so special at the line of scrimmage.
A lot of different snap counts, though, Mike. You have a standard count. Most of the time you go on one. You'll hear him, blue 80, right. Blue 80, set hut, blue 80, blue 80, set hut. And then he'll mix it up. He'll use a quick count. He'll just walk up there, set hut. But when he uses that hard count, it just sounds exactly like his standard count. Blue 80, blue 80, set hut. I mean, he can really rock you with these hard counts. That's why you got to concentrate, especially on third down and late in games when your concentration goes away a little bit.
170. What's up?
First down, and the run with Gore is stopped. Jets on the other side of the defensive line, and they lose the yard. What's the value of having a great hard count?
Well, you got to mix your snap count up, Mike. Number one, you want your offense to get off the ball and win at the line of scrimmage.
Right.
That's the key. Secondly, you want to keep these pass rushers off balance. You don't want these guys getting a jump on you. And thirdly, you want to gather information with your snap count to see what that free safety's doing, read the coverage, see the front. Andrew Luck uses his snap count as a weapon. Listen carefully.
Second and 11. He'll throw right side. It's complete, but a minimal gain as Moncrief is swarmed by Revis at the 10-yard line. So just short one gets them third and about 7.
And most importantly, you got to get the play called quickly in the huddle, get out of the huddle at the line of scrimmage so you can use these dummy snap counts to read the defense and change the play if necessary.
And you see they're out of the huddle with 21 on the play clock. Third and 6, here comes the pressure from the Jets, picked up this time. Now, with everybody covered downfield, Luck gets rid of it, and it's incomplete. And it will bring up fourth down. Calvin Pace was the one who finally knocked him down.
Well, part of beating the blitz is you have to pass block, and everybody is one-on-one in pass protection. They bring 5 New York Jets. Actually, Harrison spied out of there at the end, but the push in the pocket too much for Andrew Luck, who has to throw the ball away.
There was a flag thrown late over in that pile of players that we didn't see, so let's see what it was. The Jets were trying to point that Luck intentionally grounded the ball. He threw it in the middle of the field there, where it seemed like there was a Colts eligible receiver, but we'll check that out. But again, it's a third down stop for New York.
Potential grounding, number 12 on the offense. After this is a goal, that penalty carries a loss of down, fourth down.
I didn't see that at all, Mike. I don't agree with that call, but there's McAfee backed up.
Let's look for T.Y. Hilton. He was crossing there. His Luck gets up and throws it. There's Hilton there. There's the pass.
I don't see that. Too many flags.
Not a huge impact, just 5 yards because it's half the distance to go. The loss of down. McAfee, as you said, John, backed up near his own goal line to kick it out. Gets great hang time on the ball. Really limits opposing returns with direction and hang time like that. That's such a great kick. That ball was in the air for 5.06 seconds. That's huge. As good as there is in the league, Pat McAfee. ESPN's Monday Night Football, brought to you by GMC. We are professional grade. And by Burger King. The highlights from Super Bowl III. The Jets That seminal moment for the NFL, the AFL-NFL merger. Joe Namath, the guarantee and the victory in this 50th anniversary year of the Super Bowl. A lot of reflections. There are 19 different matchups pitting teams who played on Super Sundays, this being one of them. Of course, the Colts in the NFL then moved to the AFC once the merger happened in 1970. And the Jets and Colts went from being on opposite sides of the fence to being in the same division. Bilal Powell the carry to the 41-yard line. Well, John, this Jets offensive line, very strong, a lot of veterans. At a time where we don't find units that have been together a while, the Jets have two guys in Mangold and Ferguson who anchor a very veteran group.
And a few world champions in there. When you look at Willie Colon at right guard, Bobby Carpenter came over to play left guard from Seattle, and Breno Giacomini has also won a world championship. A lot of experience allows him to do a lot of things.
Second down and 6, and no room there as Powell is stopped. And this Colts defensive line is playing much better this week than they did last.
Kendall Langford, Henry Anderson. You see Langford, Anderson, two new Indianapolis Colts that are anchoring this front, doing a nice job getting off blocks. Indianapolis has done a nice job tonight on defense. Because the Jets have had very good field position on a few of these drives.
It's 3rd and 8. Colts rush 4, and Fitzpatrick throws complete to Decker into Colts territory for a first down and a gain of just about 15. Ball comes out at the end, but he was marked down. First down, New York.
It's good pass protection. We talked about this veteran offensive line. James Carpenter, Mangold at center, Colon at right guard. It's a good pocket. It allows Fitzpatrick to see down the field, and Eric Decker doing a nice job against Jalil Brown, who's pressed into service. Boy, Indianapolis misses Greg Toller and Darius Butler, their regular starters.
Toller's the starting corner, Butler the starting nickel. The Jets playing these 3 and 4 wides, he would be on the field a lot tonight. Fitzpatrick first down right back to Decker. That's their 5th connection of the night to the 45-yard line. John, you went through it before. Decker was in Denver. Tebow, then Manning had the big numbers. Comes here last year as the number 1 receiver. Now with Brandon Marshall, he really becomes more of a number 2. Kind of a better fit for his skill set at this point.
Yes, and he had a hamstring last year, Mike, that really hurt him. I think he tried to come back too soon, had a lot to prove after signing the big contract, but he's healthy. He's playing well right now.
Second and 6. It's Powell seeking space. And he is stopped. The bottom of that pile, again, it's David Perry, 54. He and Anderson continuing to do a good job up front just to get things plugged for Greg Minuski, the defensive coordinator for Indianapolis.
Which, Mike, he does a lot, and it doesn't matter who he does it with. They've got a rebuilt front four, a number of new characters in the secondary. Once again, a loaded trips formation at the bottom of the screen, and it's Marshall and Davis up.
Colts will rush Mathis from the bottom, Trent Cole from the top. 3rd and 6. Fitzpatrick had time. A lot of hand fighting over there. Pass from Marshall incomplete. Vontae Davis was in the cookie jar. It'll flag him.
You can see it coming a mile away. You play trips formation, and they isolate Brandon Marshall.
Before the pass, defense, holding number 21. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
You can bet that Fitzpatrick is going to throw Marshall the ball. You be the judge. I wish they, but I'm sure you can repeat.
That's the 6th accepted penalty on the Colts. So with 8.5 left, Jets stay on the move. Colts bring pressure, and Fitzpatrick throwing deep. Davis with the play. 2 feet down. Is it a pick? Yes, Mike Adams. If it stands up, spectacular job on the deflection for the interception.
That's what the great corners do. They come back after adversity and make a play. Fitzpatrick may have gone to the well too many times. Vontae Davis with the tip, and the Pro Bowl Mike Adams shows his range.
Turnover will be automatically reviewed since it's a turnover. Replay confirming that was an interception, and we'll show you the hows and whys of the pick by Mike Adams off the deflection. Vontae Davis in front of Brandon Marshall, leading to the interception. We'll get to that in a second. Here the Colts starting their drive from their own 20, still scoreless. It's Gore to the right. Frank Gore is running well. Gain of 9. Let's go back to the interception. We'll show you. Watch, once the ball is secured there, one foot is already down in the second one to get in. And he maintained control going to the ground. Here you go from pylon cam. Great look. That foot clearly in. And then the other one down. So the feet were no question. And the pick of Fitzpatrick by Mike Adams. Gore again. This time he's pulled down by Quentin Coples. So he'll be short of the first down. So Frank Gore forever. Every time we go to San Francisco, you appreciate more and more what he did. The all-time leading rusher in 49ers franchise history, there for a decade. Now here he is in a new place and very happy to be here where he is wanted. He saw San Francisco's changing direction, going in a new course. He feels he still has a lot to bring. And he's doing it in a new spot where they are desperate for a solid running game. 3rd and 1, they'll throw here. Gore picked up the pressure, and it's nearly intercepted. Intended for Andre Johnson, Antonio Cromartie on the coverage. And the Colts are 0 for 5 on 3rd down tries here tonight.
Well, these Colt receivers have to win. Cromartie all over Andre Johnson on this outside breaking route. Lucky it wasn't intercepted. T.Y. Hilton, Andre Johnson, Dante Moncrief, the rookie Dorsett. Nothing so far tonight.
3rd straight 3 and out for the Colts. Last punt for McAfee was 57. Got a lot of pressure, got hit, but no flag thrown. Kerr caught at the 28-yard line. 3 Jets around McAfee, including Muhammad Wilkerson.
As the kicker was able to land on both feet.
And you hear the explanation. The fans heard it, but didn't agree with it. Pressure from Wilkerson coming in. Jets quarterback Ryan Fitzpatrick, no stranger to playing here. He was in the division the last couple of years with Houston and Tennessee, so he's gone up against the Colts defense twice a year the last 2. Second interception of the season thrown on his last pass for Fitzpatrick. From the 29, he finds Decker again. What a first half for Decker. 20 yards there. Take him up to 6 catches and 72 first half yards.
Using these open formations to get Decker in there against DeQuell Jackson. And it's a mismatch. Take a look at DeQuell Jackson playing linebacker, trying to carry Decker up the field in this zone coverage. It's not going to happen. Jets are onto something.
So you like their first down play call?
Yes, I do. That's the spread system that Chan Gailey brought here.
I cheated Decker a yard, fantasy fans. He is 73 yards officially. 1st and 10, and the screen set up. Here's Chris Ivory. Well read, snuffed out by Dwight Lowry, the former Jet. You mentioned Fitzpatrick has been around, a 7th round pick, 2 seasons, 5 games played as a rookie with St. Louis, and then on to Cincinnati, a couple of seasons and 14 games. Up to Buffalo with Chan Gailey, most he played, threw 80 touchdowns up there. In Nashville, a season and 12 games with the Titans. Last year, a season and 12 games with Houston. And here he is as a Jet, throwing 2 touchdowns in week 1 and then a 3rd here tonight. 6 different NFL teams below 500 with each of those clubs. Decker again inside the 35 to the 30. Big chunks of yards. 20 on Decker's 7th reception.
Well, sometimes you just got to hang in there, and you have to admit he has been relentless. Take a look at the pass protection. He loves this no-back offense. He's accurate, intermediate, and he's accomplished in this offense. I just like the fact he's relentless, Mike. He's never quit. I think he's at the right place at the right time. He's just got to take care of the football.
First down, swing it to Powell. Good tracing his footsteps by Trent Cole. And a minimal gain there. You talked to Fitzpatrick on the bus when we got here over the weekend. How do you find this stop for Ryan Fitzpatrick at this point in his career?
I think it's great because he knows the coach that's calling the plays in Chan Gailey. He's got a veteran offensive line. He's got veteran receivers. It's an opportunity of a lifetime for him. A lot of guys take advantage of opportunity at the right time. This timing for him, I think, is perfect. He's just got to do a better job taking care of the football. Turnovers have doomed him at some of these stops.
Yeah, pass stops, no doubt. Powell. Immediate contact by Vontae Davis, who is in some discomfort. And it'll be an injury timeout. The Colts already decimated at the cornerback spot. See one of their top defenders shaken up. Vontae Davis being led back towards the Colts locker room. I would assume it's for evaluation of a concussion. They came over to the sideline, and once they determined that there might be a potential concussion situation, team medical personnel and the unaffiliated neurotrauma consultant, new to each sideline this year, then they say if we have to do an evaluation, we're going to do it in a quieter place back in the locker room. So protocol being followed there. Davis heading off, and we have movement up front. Was it Trent Cole, or did someone induce him?
Neutral zone infraction. Defense number 58. The defender moved first, causing the offensive player to move. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
So I'll make it 3rd and 4. Here is the hit on Bilal Powell. You see Davis leading with the face mask, and then went down. And in a different day, he may have been put right back in the game a play or two later. Sheldon Price, who's playing NFL defense for the first time in his career, played special teams only last week, replaces Davis. They go right to Marshall, and it's a first down inside the 20-yard line to the 19.
Well, that other corner is Eric Patterson, who just got here out of Ball State. Don't know anything about Patterson as an NFL player, but on 3rd down, Ryan Fitzpatrick goes right to him. That's where that Harvard education comes in handy, Mike. You get a corner hurt, you go right after his replacement. First down, Jets.
John, the Jets should throw the ball all day on the Colts right now. The Colts are without their top 3 corners. 6 for 6 on this drive through the air. They try to run it up the middle with Chris Ivory. And his second effort will gain 2 yards. So if you were not with us at the top, Greg Toller, starting corner, missed last week in Buffalo with a neck injury, still out. Darius Butler hurt his hip within that game, finished the game, but did not practice at all this week. Dejon Smith, who was a 3rd-round pick, was put on injured reserve, designated to return, so he's out a minimum of 8 weeks. And add Davis, their top corner, to that injury list for the moment. And that 145 will probably continue to go up. From the 18, Ivory to quell Jackson the tackle, gain of a yard.
And it's almost like offensive coordinator Chan Gailey going to use as much clock as he can to keep Andrew Luck on the sideline. 3rd down, coming out of the 2-minute drill. I'm sure Ryan Fitzpatrick is going to get the best play possible from Gailey.
Maybe his favorite play. Toyota halftime is coming up. Chris Berman back in our studio. We'll have Boomer's final drive, putting a cap on Sunday number 2. Mort and Adam with the insider update and several injuries to update, including some quarterbacks. And pennant race highlights. Yankee fans will update the game with the Jays coming up on the Toyota halftime. 3rd and 8 for the Jets. Enunwa in motion. 3-man rush. It's time for Fitzpatrick, and it's incomplete. It was Eric Walden back there off the deflection, and the Jets will attempt a 35 or 36-yard field goal here.
That's a great job by the Colt defense. Defensive coordinator Greg Minuski uses a 2 deep, 5 under zone with all the limitations they have at cornerback. It's impressive that they can get off the field and adjust their scheme with all the new faces in their secondary, Mike.
35 here, John, for Nick Folk. Ryan Quigley holds. And the Jets take a 10-0 lead. Indy gets the ball to start the second half. We'll see if they can add something before halftime. Jets fans, if we told you that through 6 quarters almost, your team would be 41-10 against the opponents, feel pretty good about it. 31-10 win over Cleveland, up 10-0 here. Folk the kick. This will be returned by Tyler Varga. And the rookie running back able to push the pocket. Gets maximum out of his kick return. Saw that against Buffalo last week as well. Out to the 22. So the Yankees in trouble against the Blue Jays and David Price, the Jays' great pitcher acquired from the Tigers tonight. The Yanks are going to need to come back on Tuesday and Wednesday if they can't get it out tonight. The Yankees and Jays, 7 Eastern, next 2 nights ESPN. You can stream it on Watch ESPN. Andrew Luck's got 3 timeouts in 1:44. Is from the 22. And Luck throws underneath. There goes Andre Johnson to the 34-yard line. Gain of 12. Catch number 2 for the all-time Texans leading receiver.
Maybe that'll jumpstart Andre Johnson. This is where I want to see Andrew Luck. Pick the tempo up, get up and get going.
Jets rush 4, and Luck throws to Johnson, who can't hang on. Buster's screen, the nickel in coverage.
Buster Screen is an unknown for some, but he had some really good years for the Cleveland Browns. He's comfortable in the slot. It's a beautiful play getting that left arm in there against Andre Johnson.
It's a tremendous play. It's a free agent, highly sought after. Jets guaranteed him $13 million, signed him for 4 years. Some were surprised they paid him that much. But really good nickel, worth it. 2nd and 10. Here come the Jets. Whole bunch of pressure. Luck shot downfield towards Dorsett, the rookie. Incomplete. Screen back there again.
Andrew Luck, excuse me, Mike, he's got the answers. He's seeing the blitz. He's changing the protection. He sees the swarm. We talked about 2 linebackers and a free safety right up the middle. He keeps everybody in. He maxes the protection, but nobody's winning down the field. There's the rookie Dorsett. And Buster Screen is up to the challenge.
Now it is 3rd and 10. And remember, the Colts have not picked up a 3rd down, 0 for 5 tonight. Just a hard count. Jets stayed onside. Luck climbs the pocket, looking to take off. Not going to get there. Fumble. The football picked up by Revis. And the Jets will have it. That is another turnover for Luck and the Colts.
Nobody can separate against man coverage. It's a credit to the Jets. Free agent pickups in the secondary. Screen, Revis, Cromartie, Marcus Gilchrist. There's nowhere to go with the football. Last week the Jets knocked out Josh McCown. This week they stripped Andrew Luck, and they're in business. Guess who, Mike? David Harris.
It's your guy.
He does it all for the New York Jets.
And it's an Indianapolis team that has turned it over too often in the early going here. It gives the Jets a great opportunity to tack one on before halftime. Again, the Colts very depleted in the secondary. Marshall and Decker, great chance to win on these routes. The 44. It is Decker out of bounds to the 38. Gain of a half dozen. He's a couple shy of 100 before the break.
And against these zone coverages that Indianapolis is forced to play with all the injuries, don't lose sight of a screen pass from Ryan Fitzmagic. I don't know how Indianapolis can do anything else but play zone, Mike. You don't want to ask these new corners to line up against these talented veteran receivers of the Jets.
Decker's caught 8 balls, most for a Jet in a first half in 9 years. Complete to Bilal Powell. That's a first down for the Jets at the 32-yard line.
That's the third time they've run that play, Mike. They clear out on the outside and just throw a quick outside breaking route, and Ryan Fitzpatrick has the Jets knocking on the door again.
John, I've got the Colts for 5 turnovers here in the first 6 quarters of the season. Only a couple of touchdowns coming late in the game in Buffalo. Indianapolis not playing the football they need to get wins here against these 2 AFC East teams. First and 10. Fitzpatrick, middle of the field. It's not caught as Enunwa went down low to try to scoop it.
It's a play Enunwa needs to make. Chan Gailey using 4 wide receivers and 1 back. Not a lot of teams use 4 wides like Gailey has in these first 2 weeks of the regular season. But if Enunwa wants to be part of it, he's got to make that play.
Eric Walden, Colts defensive linebacker, being walked back towards the locker. Either it's Walden or Dwayne Allen. I beg your pardon. It's Allen, 83, the tight end, who's going back to the locker room to be checked by the athletic training staff. 50 seconds left. Second down, Fitzpatrick for Marshall. Incomplete. Dwight Lowry.
Dwight Lowry, the ex-New York Jet. Read the quarterback, makes a great play on the ball to help out Sheldon Price, who needs it.
We run into pylon cam with the ball and the bodies. Here's the look coming at you. That's about as up close as you can get. There's some great looks in this first half. Now this Colts fan base, which is quieted by the Jets' performance, trying to back up their team. A 30-10 run to keep it in field goal range. A gain of 2 for Powell. Going to set up a 48-yard field goal attempt. Indy's sitting on 3 timeouts. The Jets 2. Nobody's using any.
Almost like his own read, and Robert Mathis flat down the line, unblocked. Got to credit Indianapolis's run defense. Ivory, Bilal Powell have gone nowhere on the ground.
Jets are going to run this down and take the timeout since the Colts are not. They can run it all the way down wherever Coach Todd Bowles wants. They should take the timeout with 2 or 3 seconds left. He'll take it here with 4. All right. And we'll try this field goal to end the half. Jets looking to go up 13-0. Be right back. So Folk set to try this 48-yard field goal. Should be the final play of the half. And the Colts will let him think about it as Chuck Pagano will take a timeout. John, the Jets have had the ball for 20 minutes essentially of this half. It'll be the Colts having it for 10. Indianapolis, unless they score on a blocked field goal here, will be shut out in the first half of the 2nd straight week. And that's not part of the blueprint for the team in blue to be successful in 2015.
This is very uncommon, and they're in no rhythm whatsoever on offense. They've not been able to run it. They haven't been able to pass protect. And most surprisingly, these Colt receivers haven't been able to separate. And T.Y. Hilton has an injury. Andre Johnson is new, but they've got to get something going second half. Let's see what Folk does.
Tanner Purdom snaps. Ryan Quigley holds. Nick Folk kicks. Off the upright and no good. So we've had 2 off the upright missed field goals. One by Vinatieri from 29 yards. And here Folk from 48. The Jets get a turnover, a great chance to get some extra points. Got conservative there at the end of the drive. And Chuck Pagano's team is down 10 instead of 13. Indy will get the ball to start the second half. We send you to Chris Berman and the Toyota halftime. Hello, Boom. It's one of the top passing offenses in the NFL. Top last year. But Andrew Luck has been hit a lot in the first 6 quarters. There has not been a lot of success. This tip led to an interception that put the Jets in position for a touchdown, and then a late turnover scooped up by Darrelle Revis. Frustration for Andrew Luck and the Colts. Back-to-back first halves shut out. That hasn't happened since 1997 to the Colts. That's pre-Luck, pre-Peyton Manning. That's Jim Harbaugh, go blue, and Paul Justin were the quarterbacks that, John, 5 of 14, 52 yards, 2 turnovers. You look at the numbers and you put them on him, but it's everybody around Andrew Luck that is the reason this team is struggling as we get to the second half and we do our DraftKings third quarter reset.
Certainly is. Penalties, they haven't been able to run it. We said it in the pregame. When you fall behind in a down and distance against Todd Bowles, he's going to come with some extraordinary blitzes. The interception was exotic. It's a cross dog blitz with a slot up top. They drop a defensive lineman. They play zone coverage behind it. Look at this. 2 linebackers on a cross dog. They drop a defensive tackle. Buster screen is unaccounted for, and you're thrown into a zone coverage. Good luck. And then right before the half, we said they were going to bring the swarm. Here it is. 2 linebackers, a free safety. They swarm the house. And Andrew Luck did a great job protecting himself. But don't forget, the Jets are a completely different team this year. They spent a lot of money on this secondary, and, man, have they delivered.
They're paying off, and Chuck Pagano's got some issues to deal with before this second half. Here's Lisa.
Yeah, Mike, well, Chuck Pagano absolutely agreed with what John said. He said penalties, turnovers, those things were their undoing in the first half. He said, but at least we were able to make some plays on defense on those sudden change situations. He felt that perhaps when the Jets missed that field goal at the end of the half, that maybe that will give them a little bit of momentum. A couple of injuries to tell you about. We saw that corner Vontae Davis and tight end Dwayne Allen, they both went into the locker room towards the end of the first half. They are both still back in the locker room. They are not on the field. As soon as the Colts give us an update on their status, we'll let you know, Mike.
Okay, Lisa, thank you. And Vontae Davis is very important. As we detailed a few times in the first half, Indianapolis decimated in the secondary. With Davis out, they're without their top 3 choices at corner. Nick Folk will kick it off to start this third quarter. Griff Whalen will bring it. Nope, he'll muff the catch. He'll take a knee, so the Colts will start at the 20-yard line. So we'll look at some numbers here, John. Third down conversions, the Colts were average last year. Red zone, a little bit above average, but in the middle of the pack. To be an elite offense, you got to be top 10 in these categories. And Andrew Luck told me Saturday, these were his points of focus. We need to be better in these situations. They weren't in the first half. 0 for 6 on third down, 1 dry trip to the red zone. It's not all him, but it's their offense. But he's the one who's going to try to turn that around in the second half. Begins from the 20. It's a loss of 3 yards. Buster's screen. Having an outstanding game. Comes off the corner to get Frank Gore.
Buster's screen. First play of the second half, they blitz, Mike. Right off the slot, Buster's screen. Waiting on Frank Gore. Not only that, he'll tackle you. He goes in there viciously. I love the way screen plays. Versatile, every down defender, and he looks up to Cromartie and Revis. Those are his 2 idols.
Lance Lewis came out left guard with a bit of an issue. Hugh Thornton is now checked in at left guard for Indianapolis, number 69. Luck's got some time here. Gore working around Harris. Gets to the 22-yard line. It'll be a gain of just 4. And Lewis, the starting left guard, comes back in. Here are the possessions. 3 straight 3-and-outs. The fumble on that last one. Other than that 7-play, 65-yard drive, it's been very poor.
I'm not sure what the Colts are doing. You see Josh Robinson check in as the third down back. Frank Gore's on the sideline. Robinson missed the pickup in the first half. Let's see if the Jets blitz this runner again.
This is 3rd and 8, and the pressure comes, and Luck in trouble, hangs in there, throws, the flag is down, and it is ruled on the sideline, a catch at the 37-yard line. Dante Moncrief was over there. Now the flag thrown at the 32.
Before the pass, holding, defense number 31. That penalty is declined. Result of the play, first down.
And a gain of 15 yards with Moncrief, second-year man out of Ole Miss.
Much needed play by Moncrief. Good concentration on the sideline. Clean catch. It's frustrating, though, for T.Y. Hilton. Look at these receivers when they break the huddle, and you see Darrelle Revis and Cromartie down after down. Relentless bump and run coverage defenders can really frustrate you.
Here's Luck from the 37. Walking right in was Leonard Williams. He got away, threw it away. Out of the tackle box would save him from intentional grounding. Jets are trying to say flag should be thrown.
Well, here's the sixth pick, Mike. Sixth pick in the draft out of USC. Leonard Williams. Clearly a bust by Lewis at left guard. And how good will the Jets be if Sheldon Richardson returns? This team is loaded with big people and skilled defenders. They could be the best defense in all of football this year, Mike.
High praise. Wilkerson, Harrison, and Williams up front. They play without Richardson, as you mentioned. 2nd and 10. Luck's pass, a short one. T.Y. Hilton, the catch, brought down by Revis, who's trailing him all the way at the 40-yard line. Just the first catch for T.Y. Hilton.
He told us, I'm going to go with T.Y. Hilton. And whether he's been in the slot or out wide, Revis has been in his shadow all night long. Very underrated tackler, Darrelle Revis. And at this point in his career, he's given a lot of leadership to these Jets. He didn't come back here to do anything but win.
You heard a Jet yell out, watch the hard count. 3rd and 7, Luck throwing right side. And it's caught by Moncrief, but working on screen. And he's got the first down to the 35-yard line.
What you have to do against these pressure defenses. It's man coverage. Beautiful back shoulder throw by Andrew Luck. And Moncrief goes up and gets it.
24-yard gain. Jets are subbing. Luck prevented from snapping as Indianapolis made a personnel change. Jets get a chance to match.
Let it roll. There's 70.
Tyler Vargas, the back. Luck hit by Williams as he throws. It's high and incomplete. John, you mentioned Sheldon Richardson before. He is not with the Jets, as most people know. The 24-year-old star defensive tackle, defensive rookie of the year in 2013. Pro Bowler last year, was suspended for 4 games for the NFL substance abuse policy. And then, remember, he was in a traffic stop where he was going over 140 miles per hour and traffic violations, resisting arrest charges. So that's pending with a hearing in October. The 4-game suspension starts with the league. Who knows if anything will be added onto that. But that's a piece to this defensive line. If he does ever come back to the Jets, that make him even better. Hilton on the edge. T.Y. Hilton tried to stay in bounds, got blocking from his fellow receivers, and got close to the first down, 2 yards shy of it.
It's a good read by Andrew Luck. It's another blitz by screen off the slot. Luck picks the ball up, throws it outside. That's a built-in quick screen on some of these inside runs, and Andrew Luck saw that all the way.
3rd and 2. They'll run inside run, and Gore gets the first down inside the 25-yard line. Best looking Colts drive of the night.
Frank Gore will add life to your football team. You want to get tougher, you want to get better running the ball, picking up blitzes, get Frank Gore. That's why he's brought here. I'd be surprised if they take him out of the football game unless he needs a breather.
Let's go low, 56. Bucky. 290.
First down from the 24. There's a hole there. Jet brought down. The flag's down as Luck runs and slides at the 15. Easy call will bring this back, holding on Indianapolis.
I think they got Todd Harriman's against Muhammad Wilkerson, Mike.
Holding. Offense number 79. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Well, the ex-Philadelphia Eagle clearly holding Muhammad Wilkerson, and the offensive line of the Colts continues to be erratic. They've had numerous changes at every position but left tackle, and that's a back-breaking penalty.
Set up 1st and 20.
4 down. Red flex. Second out. 3 down. Red flex.
Jack Doyle is 84, the tight end. He's playing because Dwayne Allen, as Lisa told you, is out being evaluated for injury. Pocket collapsing, nobody open downfield. Luck escaping, chased by Calvin Pace. Throws it sideline for Moncrief, and it's incomplete.
That's one thing that Andrew Luck has done a great job of as an NFL quarterback, making plays, scrambling. He's run for a lot of yards. He scored 12 touchdowns, but he's also been able to create some big plays on the scramble drill. That time, no one uncovered.
You see Luck's career rushing total. Sawed back his Stanford days, run people over downfield. He threw a pick last week in Buffalo. He was the one down there, wanted to make the tackle first. Terrific prototype for the position, 6'4", 240. 2nd and 20. Here is Moncrief working on Revis inside the 20. He'll set up a 3rd and 5.
Surprised that time. Revis played off of Moncrief, and they throw the ball right in front of him. Little hitch route. And it sets up a 3rd down and 5 for the Colts. Let's see if Todd Bowles brings another blitz. Watch Luck on the hand signals down here, Mike. He's got that 2-receiver slot formation he loves.
56.
Luck trying to get it himself. Reaching forward out of the Trevor Riley tackle. The spot gives him a 1st down. What an individual play by Andrew Luck.
The strength he has at the quarterback position is rare. Again, nobody open. He keeps 2 hands on the ball. He pushes forward, and he fights for the Indianapolis Colts. Great effort by Andrew Luck.
We showed you at the start of the half the struggles on 3rd down. 0 of 6 in the first half. They've converted 4 3rd downs on this drive. In the red zone, here is Gore. Frank Gore. 4-3 to the 11-yard line.
Here comes Joe Wrights, number 76, as an extra offensive lineman. They used this in the first half and threw the ball to Wrights. I don't expect he'll throw it to a tackle twice in the red zone, Mike, but keep an eye on 76, right side of your screen. That's a very heavy formation.
He did report as eligible, and you see both the umpire and the referee making that very clear to the Jets.
170!
From the 11-yard line, Gore trying to be patient, but nothing develops. That front of the Jets that you pointed out early on, John, they don't give you any space to run. And now Pep Hamilton, offensive coordinator for the Colts, has got to figure out a 3rd down here in the red zone.
That's quite a matchup. Todd Bowles, Casey Rogers is defensive coordinator working against Pep Hamilton. Pep Hamilton's gone to a rookie running back right now in a critical 3rd down, Tyler Varga. Let's see if he knows anything about these protections, because he's probably going to get blitzed.
Andre Johnson in the slot. Luck throwing. T.Y. Hilton 1st down at the 4-yard line.
Tight window, pinpoint passing. Big 1st down and out of motion. That's one way to get Darrelle Revis off of you. They switch the coverage, and he keeps Buster Screen inside. Well done.
What a drive this is for Indianapolis.
Josh Robinson, another rookie, at the goal line. Usually this is Frank Gore time.
Play 16 of the drive. Taking up half the quarter. And the rookie cannot get through. Ball comes out. It's like Calvin Pryor has it there on the ground. Wasn't ruled a fumble. You say down by contact. Down by contact. Driving forward. You see the knees were down. It's hard to tell where the knees come down. This will give you a better look. Here's the knee. The ball's still in there and secured. Red flag for challenge has been thrown by Todd Bowles.
New York is challenging the ruling on the field. Timeout.
So is there anything clear that shows it's out before that knee is down? Tight one here. So big ruling here. Was the runner, the rookie, down by contact? John Hussey, referee, second NFL game. Remember, he was a line judge in the league for 13 years.
The ruling on the field stands as called. New York will be charged with timeout. It is second down.
So it stands. It was not confirmed. There was nothing definitive in here in the pile. You see the knee come down for 34 right. Still going right there. He's down, and then you look for the ball inside. And do you see the ball coming out? You can piece a couple of replays together, but Hussey, the referee here, in consultation with the Game Day Central, Dean Blandino, the vice president of officiating, Al Riveron in New York, those guys looking along with the referee, make that decision. So, John, it's second and goal.
Well, David Perry, the nose tackle, is checked in at fullback, and so is Frank Gore. I hope they give him the ball off the left side.
There's the starting defensive lineman in motion to lead the way. Gore up the middle, and he is stopped short of the goal line. Third and goal.
There's a lot of big bodies out there now. You got your starting nose tackle in there as a fullback. You got a lot of big New York Jets. And on a reverse handoff, penetration stuffs Frank Gore. They're down inside the 1. Andrew Luck on a quarterback sneak. Don't be surprised.
Yeah, you saw there, John. He got his right foot tripping over Lance Lewis, his guard. Very close to knocking it in. Play 18. Gore fumble the football. It's loose. Still loose. And the Jets have it.
Unbelievable. Almost a 10-minute drive. They miss an exchange, and the Jets are off the field.
Third turnover by the Colts. We have flags down at the back end of the play. Darrelle Revis comes up with his second fumble recovery of the game, third on the season. This all seems to be
The ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by the defense. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 56, pulling a player off of the pile, half the distance to the goal, New York's ball, first down.
56 on the Jets. It's only going to move them from the 1 to the half-yard line there, essentially. But Indianapolis kept it for nearly 10 minutes. One of the money guys in the league, Frank Gore, fumbles at the goal line. The Colts turn it over. Okay, that play was a turnover, so it's automatically reviewed. There is something to review here because in the scramble, where do the Jets clearly get possession? They bring in two-time Super Bowl referee Jerry Austin with us here in the booth. Jerry, we're looking for where Revis recovers the ball after the Gore fumble.
The recovery must occur in the field of play for the ball to be placed in the field of play, and that means the entire ball out. He has possession of the ball on the line.
The ruling of a fumble is confirmed. The defensive player recovered the football in the end zone, was touched down by contact. Therefore, we will reward a touchback to New York. After the play, we have unsportsmanlike conduct. We will enforce that penalty from the 20-yard line. It will be first down from the 10.
So as you were saying, Jerry, whole ball would have to be out for the Jets to be backed up to the 1.
That is correct. Therefore, and since there was a penalty on the play and it's a touchback, you go to the 20 and then enforce the penalty.
Thank you, sir. John, for Chuck Pagano and this Colts offense, this not just night but season of frustration continues, and encapsulated there with that long drive, nothing to show for it. Look at this. 7 quarters now, 16 drives. They have 14 points, 5 turnovers, and 2 missed field goals.
Unbelievable, and it's been in every situation. 3rd down, 2 minute, even on the goal line. Not good enough.
Vontae Davis, their best corner, out for the game with a concussion. So they are down the rest of the night to cornerbacks 4, 5, and 6. Brandon Marshall with the catch for 5 to the 15. First time we're seeing the Jets offensively here in this second half. Get you caught up on the leaders in this game offensively and their stats.
And don't forget, Mike, the Colts are playing with a lot of new faces at corner. Top of the screen, Sheldon Price. Number 25, Jalil Brown pressed into service. That's why you're seeing these safeties play so deep to help these corners.
2nd and 5 for Ryan Fitzpatrick. Ivory running to the right. And John, I think the Colts defense has done a good job here tonight with their front 7. Jarrell Freeman on that tackle sets up 3rd down.
They've done a great job. It's hard to stop the run when you remove the safeties from the box. Once again, it forces a critical 3rd down and 4. Let's see if Greg Minuski continues to back off and play zone coverage with his depleted secondary.
Robert Mathis did not play all of last year, didn't play week 1, first game back in. King of the strip, sack, fumble, and recovery over the years on that Colts defensive end. 3rd and 4. The pass to the right side by Fitzpatrick, incomplete with Marshall. Doing a great job covering him was Eric Patterson, who, as John said, was just signed for the practice squad on Friday.
This is a great job by these young Colt defenders. Patterson with help over the top from Dwight Lowry. It's a great job by Greg Minuski. Playing a coverage they're not known for here in Indianapolis. This has been a man-to-man press cover team, and they've done a nice job stopping a run by removing their safeties.
3 and out. Pressure up the middle at Quigley. Forces a bad kick. Whalen will just escort it to the sideline. It's only going to be a 36-yard kick. Josh McNary just activated to the roster for Indianapolis this week. Brought the heat on the punter. One of the beautiful spots here, the Soldiers and Sailors Monument, protecting those, or honoring those who protected us. Protecting Andrew Luck has been an issue, a changing cast. Since he's been here, John, Costanzo's been the standard. 1 left tackle. Look at all those guys. 8 different, now 9 with Lance Lewis left guards. The centers, Holmes is the 5th different center Luck has had. The right guards, now 6 as they signed Harriman's. Same deal as a turnstile at the right tackle spot. Now 6 with Muhort, who played along the offensive line before as well, as Gore carries it to midfield. So, John, it's only been 50 starts now for Andrew Luck, 3+ seasons. That's a very inconsistent group up front trying to protect him.
Very inconsistent, and that's almost scary. I mean, that's a lot of different combinations, and then you have Andre Johnson, Frank Gore just got here. It happens at the skill positions also. It's a big reason, I think, why the Colts are struggling early this season. And the Jets defense has a lot to do with it.
And the Buffalo defense they played last week. They're getting 2 elite front 7s out of the gate here. 2nd and 8 for Luck. Going in the middle with a lot of tight coverage. T.Y. Hilton passing complete. Blanketed by Screen. We've called Buster Screen's name every drive.
He called Buster Screen's name a lot because he's a good player. He's covering T.Y. Hilton. And there's Marcus Gilchrist, 21, over the top. Pryor. 9 first-round draft choices, part of this New York Jet defense, and they play like it.
3rd and 8. Tyler Varga is the back. And Luck firing right side, and Revis has another turnover. Lost his shoe, but got the ball.
Wilkerson hits Andrew Luck, forces another errant throw, and Darrelle Revis continues to be one of the very best.
Colts booing their offense. Revis has 3 turnovers tonight, 2 fumble recoveries, and that pick. Our coverage tonight from Spider Cam brought to you by DirecTV. You see those unhappy and quiet fans. The Colts have turned it over their last 3 possessions. Jets defense, a bonanza of turnovers in the first 2 games. Good hard run by Ivory. Gain of about 6. Let's go back to the last turnover.
Oh, it's blitzing, it's pressure. You see Demario Davis, number 56, on a blitz. Muhammad Wilkerson at the top of the screen supplying pressure, and there's just no chance. And when you throw the ball against Darrelle Revis under fire, bad things are going to happen. Philip Dorsett, no match for the great Darrelle Revis.
As we said, Revis has 3 takeaways tonight. The Jets have 9 here in the first 2 games. That run by Ivory, officially 7, his best of the night. And this one's better. Ivory hurdling would-be tacklers down to the 43. And a flag at the back end of a 19-yard game.
Chris Ivory shows some stuff right here. Well-blocked play, and he hurdles a Indianapolis Colt.
If this is a face mask, it becomes a 34-yard gain. Tacking on 15.
After the play was over, dead ball, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 68. That penalty is 15 yards. The result of the play was a first down. First down.
Breno Giacomini coming downfield for the Jets. Will instead take it back, and that's still the gain for the Jets. They'll give him the first down.
Take a look at the personal foul, Mike. 68.
It's at the back end. It just caught on the front end of the replay. As Mike Adams made the tackle, his hand was up there by the face mask. When I saw the flag, I thought that's what it was. And the Colts might be fortunate that they didn't catch that and caught Giacomini with that push on Bjorn Werner. From the 42, Adams with the safety blitz comes up and makes the play for the stop. Is that Lowry? Lowry, beg your pardon. Dwight Lowry comes up with the safety blitz.
Dwight Lowry trying to make something happen for this Colt defense. They need a turnover in the worst way. And you see offensive coordinator Chan Gailey being very persistent, conservative, Mike, even though the Colts are playing with a decimated secondary.
You surprised at that?
I am a bit surprised, but they have so much confidence in their defense, they do not want to risk a turnover with a 10-point lead.
Second and 9, Fitzpatrick on the boot towards Brandon Marshall. They get up to the 41. There is that first down for the Jets, a gain of 16 to Marshall.
Just a bootleg. Fitzpatrick rolling to his right. It's a comeback route. Marshall against Jalil Brown. Almost feel like they could complete that pass whenever they want. Colts are on the ropes right now. Look for some kind of blitz from Greg Minuski.
Hey, single.
From the 41, Ivory. Good job diving down by Jaquel Jackson to make the tackle as this quarter will wind down. Now, 45 years after they played in the first Monday night game on the road, Jets lost that one. Got a chance to win this one, up 10-0 after. Jets are up by 10 starting the fourth. They've won their last 82 when they've had at least an 8 or more lead in the fourth quarter. Any familiarity with the last time they lost the 99 game against the Raiders?
Yes, I remember that game in 1999.
Who's the coach of the Raiders at that point?
Oh, that would be me, Mike.
Okay.
What a comeback. Get that film.
It's been a long time, 15 years since the Jets have blown a fourth quarter lead of 8 or more, so reason to feel confident. They continue to stay conservative and milk that clock as they run up the middle with Ivory there, set up third down.
Once again, here comes Patterson, 41. Geathers, 42, another rookie. Robert Mathis has to be checking in this Colt huddle wondering, who are you guys?
Bilal Powell starts out at the top. The running back spread wide. And on 3rd and 7, here is Fitzpatrick throwing for Decker again. Incomplete. Good challenge by Jalil Brown to knock it out and set up 4th down.
Great play by Jalil Brown. Got Eric Decker running to the corner. Fitzpatrick throws the ball early. Decker goes up, gets 2 hands on it. Nice job raking the ball out of Decker's chest by Jalil Brown.
Field goal from here would be 56 yards. That's equal to the career long of Nick Folk, but he made that at altitude at Denver. So up 10 in this very conservative, defensive-minded mode. The choice by Bowles is back him up. Griff Whalen, fair catch at the 8. 30 yards, all net. Andrew Luck, below 50% completion percentage, 3 turnovers. Can he turn it around here in the 4th? Jets defense pitching a shutout. Darrelle Revis is back. He's helping the cause here. 3 turnovers that he's been responsible for tonight.
Makes you wonder why they let him go in the first place. What an impact he's had, Mike. As a cover guy, as a tackler, as an opportunistic turnover machine.
Andrew Luck and the Colts take over from the 9. Here is Gore running right and gaining 7 to the 17.
Darrelle Revis. Andrew Luck is scrambling. David Harris forces a fumble. Guess who's there? Then on the goal line. Watch this tackle at pay dirt. And he finds the ball and recovers it. And he intercepted Luck just recently. 3 turnovers. That's 9 in 7 quarters for this Jet defense.
Officially, the Gore gain was 8. It's 2nd and 2. Luck will run for it. Get it. Get out of bounds at the 38. We got it flagged downfield.
They got Jack Doyle, number 84. And it's coming back.
Holding. Offense number 84. 10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Would have been a 21-yard gain. Dwayne Allen, the other tight end, along with Kobe Fleener, that ankle injury ruled out for the game. We saw him leave right before the half.
See Doyle and Gilchrist. I don't see much there, but second and 2.
Chuck Pagano was talking to John Hussey, the referee, and another member of this crew 2 play stoppages ago. I'm not sure what the conversation was about, but Colts have been penalized 8 times here tonight. Josh Robinson at the back, and Luck forced to take a timeout.
Totally out of sync. Let's hope Andrew Luck gets something from Pep Hamilton when we return.
Another loss here with the Colts will just add to the disharmonious start to this season. Ryan Grigson, general manager on the left, Chuck Pagano, the head coach on the right. The pregame shows, the national conversation talking about a potential rift within the organization. Both guys say, you know, you go back and forth day to day with personnel issues and you don't connect all the time, coach and GM. Pagano turned down a contract extension. This is the last year of his deal, and certainly the success of the team will impact how much conversation there is about the future of the general manager and the head coach here in Indianapolis. There, Josh Robinson stopped on 2nd down. It will be 3rd down. And, John, so rare to come here and hear boos and see the offense struggle so much.
Yeah, it is. And, you know, when you talk about the general manager and the head coach, that's the situation around the league, Mike. There has to be a collaboration between the two. The problem is when you're on the clock, who gets to call the shots? And I think there might be some disagreements on how this roster was put together, but the bottom line is the Colts need a 1st down in the worst way.
This is 3rd and 2. Jets rush 4 here. Luck steps up. He ran for the first down once. Going to run for it again and get it before being hit by David Harris. First down, Indianapolis.
Andrew Luck converting a lot of these third downs with his legs. Coverage down the field has been outstanding. Man coverage and zone coverage, and Luck has been forced to put it down and run repeatedly here in the second half.
Colts fans looking for a late hit on Harris. Up by the head. Here's Luck, a first down throw, complete to Hilton. T.Y. Hilton in front of Darrelle Revis, made a miss in the open field. And is down at the 48-yard line.
And Hilton might be hurt, Mike, at the end of that run. He came in with a bad knee. It's a beautiful pattern by T.Y. Hilton. Let's hope he's okay. But he stopped on a dime, and Andrew Luck threw the ball early with great anticipation.
Injured that knee in the third quarter in Buffalo last week.
Watch him slam on the brakes, burst turn, ball's thrown, and at the end of the run, let's keep an eye on T.Y. Hilton. Great stiff arm against Revis. Hilton just signed a huge contract after a breakout season a year ago, and they certainly need him to return to this game at crunch time.
From the 49 on first down. Here's Luck taking a shot downfield towards Philip Dorsett, the rookie. Incomplete with Revis. There again.
It's that slot combination that the Colts love to run. They clear it out with speed. Philip Dorsett. They have Andre Johnson running a corner route underneath them, and Andrew Luck, give him credit. He continues to test Darrelle Revis, who almost had his fourth turnover.
Second and 10. Hilton still on the sideline, testing that left knee. Colts send 5 in the pattern. Luck throwing complete. A lot of space now for the rookie Philip Dorsett.
He can run
To the 26-yard line. Gain of 25. Indy on the move.
Jets look tired, not quite sure what that coverage was, but the protection held up, and Andrew Luck had time to get back to Dorsett, who just ran a simple hitch route. Dorsett averaged 22 yards a catch at Miami, Florida. Make no mistake about it, this man can run.
First catch of the night, had 2 last week. T.Y. Hilton back in for Indy. Still plenty of time here for the Colts, and the Jets are going to have to come up with a good play again on defense. Luck over the middle. On the run, it is Moncrief. Touchdown, Colts.
Andrew Luck, give these Colts credit for hanging in there. It's been an ugly 3.5 quarters of football. And once again, it's those 2 receiver slot formation that Andrew Luck sees and reads extremely well. They get Moncrief on a 2-way go, and he stole the show there. Watch him against Cromartie. Start inside, jerk back to the outside, and then separate back indoors for a touchdown. A beautiful route by Moncrief. Maybe that timeout gave Luck and Pep Hamilton time to get the right plays in order. Nice drive by the Colts.
Vinatieri adds the extra point. Dante Moncrief caught a touchdown from Andrew Luck last week. We have a flag down on the play at the back end. As we watch Moncrief's second touchdown of the season. Second-year man from Ole Miss. Extra point makes it 10-7. And we'll sort the flag.
The try is good. After the play was over, personal foul, defense number 98. That penalty will be enforced on the kickoff, 15 yards. Timeout.
10-7. Colts on the board for the first time and very much in this one. Survived and lived to tell. You've had that before, huh?
I sure have.
It's pretty good.
It's strong stuff.
It'll test you.
Only at St. Elmo's.
Now, the Colts are kicking off from midfield. remember last year, the Colts pulled 3 surprise onside kicks. That has drawn a lot of attention, so everybody seems to be aware of it. The Jets are certainly prepared for it with their hands team out right now. They're always susceptible to that little half kick that falls into that voided area beyond the 30 where there's no one. McAfee says we'll save that for another time and just blast it through the end zone. All right, John, let's go back to the Colts' first touchdown of the night.
Well, Andrew Luck loves these 2 receiver slot combination. They use Frank Gore to clear it out, and they get Dante Moncrief on a 2-way go against Antonio Cromartie. He can go outside or inside. Did a beautiful job with that hesitation move, and after the catch, he does the rest. But Andrew Luck, seeing clearly, knowing exactly what he has on the backside, he throws a strike. Jets got to get something going on offense. They've been very conservative with a 10-point lead. It's down to 3. The pressure's on Ryan Fitzpatrick.
From the 20, they will go to the air. Slant Brandon Marshall. Made 2 Colts run into each other in a gain of 11. Once again, Colts without their top 3 defensive cornerbacks in this game.
That's a great job by Fitzpatrick. He has the 8-man front. He sees the loaded box. He went kill, kill, kill. He sees Mike Adams down there. He's going to say kill, kill, kill. Let's change this play. Throw a slant to Brandon Marshall against one-on-one coverage. Chan Gailey giving Ryan Fitzpatrick the freedom to change plays down the stretch for the Jets.
See 42 down there for the Colts. He is a safety, Clayton Gathers, but he's playing essentially the linebacker when they go to 5 DBs. I agree with the catch. Just a gain of a yard or 2. So in the personnel battle, now you see the Colts are being dictated by the Jets, the people they have on the field, because of the spread formations.
That's back-to-back blitzes by this Colt defense. Look out there, Mike. You see Trent Cole, the ex-Philadelphia Eagle, number 2 sack man in Eagle history, made the move to Indianapolis. What a great time for him to make his presence felt in the home opener here.
2nd and 8, Fitzpatrick back to the air, middle, on the run, it's caught by Enunwa. Quincy Enunwa, first down for the Jets.
Enunwa, known as a blocking wide receiver at Nebraska, has found a niche in his Chan Gailey offense. Down the seam he goes against Jalil Brown on a deep cross. Ball thrown perfectly by Fitzpatrick.
Jets are very high on this young man. Anybody you talk to around this team, this kid could be something unique for them. Good skill set. 27 on the gain by Enunwa. Diving under 8 minutes now. Back to the air to Brandon Marshall. Incomplete with a flag. Sheldon Price, again, this is the first time in his NFL career that he's played defense. Only special teams is locked in here with Brandon Marshall.
Before the pass, holding defense number 40. 5-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
It's that Brandon Marshall isolation we've talked about all weekend, Mike. You see Fitzpatrick, he sees one-on-one coverage. A subtle hand signal to Brandon Marshall. He says, let's go. And they have him one-on-one in press coverage against Sheldon Price. Credit Fitzpatrick and offensive coordinator Chan Gailey for this adjustment.
4th first down picked up via penalty tonight by the Jets. 34. Fitzpatrick's got 2 going deep into double coverage. Incomplete to Chris Owusu as Mike Adams, the safety, and Jalil Brown ran with him.
You know, Mike, the Jets drafted Devin Smith out of Ohio State at the top of the 2nd round, and Devin Smith can fly. He's been hurt. He hasn't been able to play yet, so they lack deep speed. Owusu gives them a little bit of heat down the field. Enunwa has the ability to run, but they miss the deep element of speed that Devin Smith will give him when he returns.
Broke his ribs in the preseason. Jets hope to get him back the next couple of weeks. We see those deep shots have been not good for Fitzpatrick. To the ground, Ivory, big opening. Lowers the shoulder at the 20. Takes Dwight Lowery to the 18. First down, Jets.
Misdirection, counterplay. Right guard, tight end. Watch Cologne. Watch 47, Kellen Davis on this counterplay. Pull, kick out, lead through. And Chris Ivory doesn't shy away from any contact. Impressive answer by the Jet offense.
Why? They got aggressive. They started throwing the ball. Even in the end of the first half, when they got the turnover, they were very conservative. Could have made it a bigger cushion. Bilal Powell now is the running back, and he'll gain 3 to the 15-yard line, and it'll be under 7 minutes remaining.
This is Chan Gailey, the offensive coordinator, Mike. He's been a head coach of the Cowboys, the Bills, Georgia Tech, and he calls a game almost like he is a head coach. He understands it's not about yardage titles. It's not about how many plays we can run in a game. It's about winning the football game, playing to our strengths. And right now it's our defense, and it's Brandon Marshall against either one of these young corners.
A great point you just made there, John. It's not about stats or ego. It's just about get the win, as he calls plays. The 15. Going to Marshall, back shoulder, and a flag down as Marshall powers over the goal line and is in for the touchdown.
Indianapolis asked for that one. Press coverage. Brandon Marshall brought to New York for this
For the
reason.
pass, holding, defense number 25. That penalty is declined. Touchdown.
Response by the Jets puts New York back on top by 10.
Hey, you isolate a great receiver, he's going to beat your fourth corner when the game is on the line. And Brandon Marshall, who made a couple huge plays last week. How about the strip that he had getting the ball back against Cleveland? Here he is in the fourth quarter. What a pickup he has been for the Jets.
Marshall right inside the pylon for the 6. This is over the top, looking up the pylon towards the sky, and you see he's inside the pylon there. It's a unique, great look there. It gives you an idea that he was in. Goes over 100 yards receiving on the night, and the touchdown. Extra point added by Nick Folk. Respond. How do you respond? Jets give up their first score. Weren't doing much on offense. 7 plays, 80 yards. The final 15 by number 15. The Marshall score puts New York back up by 10. A lot of NFL dreams start in this stadium. It's the home of the scouting combine every February. Of course, the dreams ended in here in the Super Bowl that was held. Super Bowl 46 in here. They've held Final Fours in here in basketball. The women's Final Four you'll see on ESPN will be held here this spring. Great facility, Lucas Oil Stadium, downtown Indianapolis, home of the Colts. And the Colts in desperate need of a comeback. Down 10 as the Jets respond with a terrific touchdown drive. Here's Tyler Varga. Bounces off the initial hit, flag down as Varga's down back at the 16-yard line.
Block in the back, receiving team number 51. 10-yard penalty, first down.
John, going back to Monday Night Countdown, you put on the professor hat, taught us some football, told us to watch the subtleties of the hand signal.
Well, I'll think of Fitzpatrick. He says, hey, if it's bump and run, I'm going to give you a hand signal there, and you take the game over. And that's just what he did. Nonverbal communication between Marshall and Fitzpatrick, the story of that drive. Funny, Marshall says, they took my freedom away. He's been used to making his own hand signals, and Chan Gailey says, no, Brandon. Fitzpatrick will make the signals. You just run the route. And so far, Fitzpatrick and Marshall have been very effective as Jets.
Eric Decker, not on the field at the end of that drive, went to the locker room to be looked at. So the Jets' number 2 wide receiver out of the equation for the moment. Here's Moncrief, caught a touchdown earlier as the Colts are in desperate need of making quick plays and stopping the clock. Down
Obviously,
10.
excuse me, Mike, obviously Andrew Luck is going to pick up the tempo. Some kind of score paramount here to make this a one-possession game. Let's see if the Jets can rev up their rush.
From the 15, goes to Josh Robinson. Indiana, Mississippi State has the first down at the 18-yard line.
You know, this Jet pass rush, missing Sheldon Richardson. They lost a good pass rusher last week. Their draft choice from Louisville. So they're light on pass rushers. And I have to think Wilkerson, Pace, Williams have to be getting tired.
5:25 left. Luck surveying and thrown down with a flag coming down, as well as Quentin Coples comes up with the sack.
Quentin Coples.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense. A hit to the blend neck area, 15 yards, automatic first down.
We'll take it up to the 33-yard line.
Well, that's a huge penalty. Coples beat Blake Costanzo.
He got him around the neck. In his head neck area, you see him hit the side of the face mask. He doesn't go to grasp it, and he pulls him down by the jersey.
I don't see that, Mike. Big penalty. Keeps the drive alive.
I think both teams will send a few of the flags and penalties that were called to the league office to get further clarification. This is a pass complete to Andre Johnson to the 44-yard line. And a first down in under 5 minutes left.
Got to get Andre Johnson to become a bigger part of this Colt offense. Awfully quiet throughout the first two regular season games.
Colts operating without Dwayne Allen, their tight end, out for the game with an ankle injury. Luck hit as he throws, and it's intercepted on the sideline. Both feet down for Gilchrist. And Marcus has come up with his 6th career interception. And the Colts have turned it over 5 times. And the Jets' best first 2 games in franchise history in terms of turnovers. 10 in the first 2 games.
Well, Arizona had Tyrann Mathieu as a coverage safety, and Todd Bowles loved it. Now he has Marcus Gilchrist, and man, have these new Jets delivered in the secondary.
Andrew Luck has kept so many plays alive, and he is not getting any support up front. The numbers are really poor. 3 interceptions tonight, 2 against Buffalo.
Well, take a look at Muhammad Wilkerson, 96 on a simple TT stunt. He blows Andrew Luck up. And Andre Johnson unable to separate. T.Y. Hilton covered by Revis. No time to throw and nowhere to go with the ball.
Jets try to run this out. Bilal Powell right side to the 41-yard line. Luck has been responsible for 28 turnovers as the Colts take a timeout here. 28 turnovers last year in the first 2 games of this year. 21 picks thrown, 7 fumbles. That's the most in the NFL. You include last year in this. And, John, you've watched a lot of the tape. That's not just Andrew. Andrew's keeping some plays alive here that other guys wouldn't. But they need to take better care of the ball if they're going to have any hopes here of digging out of an 0-2 hole again. It's
been an ugly night of offensive football. They have not been able to get their running game going. Frank Gore fumbles at the 1-yard line. Their pass protection has not been good, and their receivers haven't separated. And you have to go back to the Jets, Mike. They are the big part of this problem. They have dominated on the defensive side.
2nd and 7. Ball's out. Bilal Powell, who has rarely dropped the ball, fumbles here, and let's see who has it. Bilal Powell has never lost a fumble in his career. No matter who recovers, we're going to have a look to see if the knee was down before the ball comes out.
Oh, wow.
You can hear them, white ball, blue ball.
Jet ball.
It belongs to the Jets. The Colts are going to come off the ball, it sounds like, off the pile with the ball in their hands, and they are none too pleased about losing possession. And the clock winds. Powell hasn't lost a fumble. He had 415 touches coming into tonight, so add 10 more, 425 touches. Twice he fumbled, and the Jets recovered. Now make it 3 times with that play.
I give Todd Bowles a lot of credit. The Jets have been so far behind in the turnover ratio for the last few years. And that stat alone has them 2-0. Here comes a blitz.
Interesting 3rd and 6. Colts down to 1 timeout. And the Jets are going to throw it here. It's complete for the first down to Powell into Colts territory at the 49.
That was a gutsy call by Chan Gailey with a 10-point lead in a no-back set. You don't think he trusts Fitzpatrick? I don't think I've seen that call in a while. But Todd Bowles 2-0 as the head coach of the Jets, and I just couldn't get over that turnover statistic, how inept the Jets have been creating turnovers and how good they've been throughout the first 2 games.
28 the last 2 seasons. Lowest 2-season total in league history. And 10 in 2 games. Powell running left. Powell breaks out of 2 tackles. Stays in bounds at the 27-yard line. First down. John, the defending Super Bowl III champion Jets in the 1969 season. They forced 9 turnovers the first 2 games. That was the franchise best 2-game turnover start on defense until the 10 here. Cleveland and now tonight.
You know, the Jets seem to have the Colts number. A few years ago, they ended their 14-0 season here, Mike.
That's right.
With a big victory. And Brandon Marshall seems to like playing here. Another touchdown tonight. Last time Marshall was here, I think he broke an NFL record with 21 catches.
That's right. He did. You are.
I'm on my stuff, man. I know this Jets
stuff,
Colts.
Man. 26 run up the middle for 4 to the 22. One dim note for the Jets as we have a 2-minute warning. We get word that Eric Decker back in the locker room being evaluated for a knee injury. Otherwise, a bright night for New York.
Two-minute warning here in Indy. Hi, everybody. I'm Steve Levy, and in this role, I will always be filling in for Stuart Scott. The GMC postgame report is coming up next. Ray Lewis, Steve Young, Trent Dilfer will join me. We'll break it all down, complete analysis, highlights, and reaction, and we'll talk to the new head coach for Team USA in the upcoming World Cup of Hockey. That's all coming up on SportsCenter with Scott Van Pelt immediately following the game. Upstairs to Mike and John.
All right, Leaves, thank you. Well said, pal. Indianapolis likely looking at 0-2. They opened 0-2 last year, losses to Denver and Philadelphia on a Monday night, but then came back, got into the AFC South where they haven't lost in the last 2 years and got on a roll. But note this, no team's made the playoffs back-to-back years after starting 0-2. Colts did it last year. They'll try to turn that around as they go forward. Second and 6, Powell loses a yard. Indianapolis has 1 timeout left. They'll take it here at 1:52. Colts go to Tennessee next, the first of 3 division games. They'll follow that with Jacksonville and then the game at Houston. And that's been the story, John, on the opposite side for the Colts. They've been great in their division the last couple of years, and that has given them the platform to get in the playoffs and make steps here in each of these 3 years. The wild card game, the division game, the conference championship loss last year to New England. Now they're going to have to go that same route one more time. This will be 10-12 against non-division opponents with the loss here tonight.
Yeah, and it's very disappointing considering all the noise that they made here with these off-season signees. Guys like Frank Gore, Andre Johnson. They draft Philip Dorsett in the first round out of Miami. It's almost like they have a surplus of skill players on offense, yet they have been unable to score. Been an ugly start to the season for the Colts.
So Indianapolis out of timeouts. 3rd and 7. Marshall flinched, then tried to call timeout to cover himself, but he got caught.
False start. Offense number 15. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
10 points the deficit. 10 points the Colts normally have. Adam Vinatieri's been about 7 years since he missed a field goal inside 30. Frank Gore rarely fumbles going in for a touchdown. That's 10 points right there. Now the Jets may not have been as conservative. When those happen, changes the tenor of the game. But it's 17-7. It's Vinatieri and Gore on almost guarantees, and nothing is. Powell kept the run alive. No gain there. DeQuell Jackson injured for Indianapolis, and their athletic training staff is out right away to check on the veteran Colts linebacker. DeQuell Jackson did get up and walk off under his own power, which is great news. The athletic training staff talking with him as he stands on the sidelines. So that's the encouraging news on the Indianapolis side. The trainer just walked away.
By rule, inside of 2 minutes, when there's an injured player, Indianapolis has no timeouts to charge, so we will put the play clock at 40 seconds and wind the clock.
You see Jackson. So it's 3 more seconds that the Colts will not have to deal with. Jets will run it down to 1:02, 1:03 on the game clock. We'll see if they take a timeout at that point.
Got to hope that DeQuell Jackson's okay, Mike. They've already lost Vontae Davis tonight, their star corner. Can ill afford to lose any more people as they get ready for the Tennessee Titans and the New York Jets. How about the football IQ they have in that huddle? There's a lot of veterans out there, and that might be the biggest strength they have on offense, their football IQ.
Well, people talked about Ndamukong Suh going to Miami. Ryan Tannehill maturing, playing better football towards the end of last year. Obviously, Buffalo and Rex Ryan coming there, and because of the veterans who are here, and we see Fitzpatrick, and we should bring up Geno Smith, the Jets quarterback who was punched in the locker room by IK and Polly, the linebacker the Jets immediately cut. Geno is here, as you see, travel with the team, throwing the ball around a little bit, slowly, incrementally starting his practice road back. But Todd Bowles was very clear with us when we talked about it. He said, look, if we're 3-0, 4-1, we're rolling with Ryan Fitzpatrick. We're not doing anything. If we're 1-4 and things aren't working, then we'll see where we are and make a quarterback decision. But he's very comfortable with the way things have worked out with Fitzpatrick in charge. So the Jets will try a 46-yard field goal with Nick Folk here with 1:02 to go. And that makes it 20-7. Jets on top by 13. 57 seconds, no timeouts for the Colts. Players like Todd Bowles, and he's a player himself. Matter of fact, the first time the Jets have had a former NFL player as their head coach. He was part of the Super Bowl champion 1987 Washington Redskins. Influences, Doug Williams was the quarterback. I'll talk about Doug in a second there, but the defensive players he played with in the secondary with Darryl Green, guys like Mann and Butts and Manley up front. He said that defense, those are the influences that he had. But John, a guy who you know very well, Doug Williams, the key reason that Todd Bowles, once his playing days were done, transitioned to the coaching era.
Yeah, Doug Williams and Todd Bowles worked together in Atlanta, Morehouse College, and then on to Grambling. What I love about Todd Bowles is he's done it the hard way. I mean, he was the interim defensive coordinator in Philadelphia when Juan Castillo got fired on Andy Reid's staff. He was the interim head coach of the Dolphins when Tony Sperano got fired. He's been around some of the best defensive minds in football. He was coached by Emmett Thomas, Hall of Fame player, coached by Ray Rhodes, outstanding defensive coach. And the players respect his blunt, 25 words or less style. And by the way, they've got a good team. They have a lot of good players. Just stand there in the hotel and see how big these guys are, how talented they are at the skill positions. And say what you want, Mike. Ryan Fitzpatrick, almost 70% tonight, 2 more touchdowns. He knows his Chan Gailey offense.
Talking about credit, Mike McCagnon, the new GM who took over, replacing John Idzik. Also has done a very good job of player acquisition. The return by Tyler Varga to the 20-yard line. 50 seconds left. Next Monday night, we are in Wisconsin. We are at Lambeau Field. The Chiefs and the Packers will wrap up Week 3. And on a slate that's a little thin, that's about as good a game as there is out there on the board. Kansas City at Green Bay next Monday night. Countdown 6 Eastern, 5 Central. and then we'll be with you at 8:15. So 10 extra minutes, treadmill, elliptical, making room for a brat next Monday night.
That's great. I can't wait to get to Green Bay.
Let's see Aaron Rodgers, of course, the Chiefs with that long week and a half trying to bounce back from their crushing loss to Denver on Thursday night. Final 50 seconds here, and it is Robinson on the outlet for 9.
Jets just rushing 3. This game over. Trying to make sure nobody else gets hurt. Philadelphia comes to town next week for the Jets.
Robinson again out of the backfield to the 34-yard line. Amazing story, this young man, Robinson, out of Mississippi State, spent 6 months living in the back of a Nissan. After deaths in the family, the people who were helping him grow, grandparents, his dad not in his life, his mom incarcerated. Young man ended up with a lot of support, bouncing around 20 different houses at one point, places to live. He's an incredible survival story. Ran for 1,200 yards last year at Mississippi State and finds himself 6th-round pick in the league and playing with Andrew Luck and all these other big names on the Colts. And showing good work there as he gets within a yard of the first down, as that should just about do it. The New York Jets, the turnover kings. They had 10 takeaways to start the season. Ryan Fitzmagic in the offense doing enough, and they beat Indianapolis 20-7. The Colts are 0-2 for the second straight year, and the Jets have opened 2-0. Now stay tuned. We have the GMC postgame coming up on SportsCenter with Scott Van Pelt next. Steve Levy and the crew here. We're going to be right back in Indianapolis to reveal this week's Gruden Grinder from tonight's game. Don't go anywhere. Jets win, Gruden Grinder, then SportsCenter in a couple of seconds.